The first strategy to select is just simply called the AHA test. You just take a look at it and say, aha, the damn thing makes sense. It's got a unifying simplicity about it, right? That's the AHA test, okay? I know it's very scientific, right? In a very analytical kind of formula I've shared. The second one is, does it scare you and excite you at the same time? See, it's got to be a mixture of both. If it just scares the crap out of you, right? It's probably not right. But if it scares you and excites you, and actually excites you more than it scares you, there's something there. There is something in that, right? So this is the second, let's say, method or solution or strategy. I prefer creative ideas that evoke reaction, right? If you just show a bunch of stuff and just people glaze or gloss over it, wow, that means it's got nothing in it, right? Or you're just speaking a different language. They just don't get it, right? If it produces a very strong reaction and if 40% of them hate it, or better still, 70% of them hate it, but 30% love it, I'll go for it. I will stand on one leg and I'll say, go for this, right? Because to me, the power of an idea pretty much lies in its power to produce a reaction, right? That's a great idea, right? It's going to fill you with outrage, maybe anger, it can piss you off, it can even fill you with disgust sometimes, depending on the category, right? But it's got to produce that visceral reaction. Will that idea solve a problem, right? Because an idea can be intrinsically powerful, good, bad, what have you, original, not so original. But is there a feeling that this is actually clarifying something and solving a problem that we set out to solve, right? That's very, very important, right? Now let me come to the strategy which is generally considered to be the most reliable, strategy to gauge whether an innovation is hot and is apt to work or not. This was a formula worked out by, not a formula, it was a simple strategy that was worked out by this gentleman called Justin Berg from Stanford. He studied, hundreds and hundreds of, examples, and ultimately found that the idea, how do you know an idea is going to work? If you show it to a customer, hey, there's no guarantee, right? If you show it to your friends, there's no guarantee. Your relatives, absolutely no guarantee, If you show it to people, your peers, let's say you're a creative director, you show it to a creative director of another agency. You're a product designer for BMW. If you've got the courage, show this to the product director of Porsche or the design director of, Audi, right? Or a Ferrari. If that guy looks at your idea and says, son of a bitch, it's going to work. See, ultimately, creative people at very senior levels, they want the same thing. They kind of feel the same thing. They pursue the same thing. And they have a lot of nuanced experience, right? So get an opinion of an expert, in pretty much the same domain, or even of a different domain, but a creative expert, a design expert, right? That is generally considered to be arguably the most reliable test to gauge whether something's going to work.